What's up, everyone? I have a lot to talk about in a series of videos. First, my prayers, my thoughts, love, and positive energy. Just lots of love goes out to everyone dealing with all of these devastating disasters worldwide. But that's what this video is going to be about, is particularly volcanic eruptions and earthquakes, but much more I will be discussing very soon. So, right now, entire families are buried as the Guatemalans are battling to recover the dead from this volcanic eruption, and the volcano is continuing to erupt. By the way, the locals stated that it seemed like hail of burning hail was being thrown at them in the dark. They couldn't see. Officials reporting from that area and locals were reporting just running. They just got their things that they could. They gathered up and ran, and they had to leave the majority of the things at home in their villages. And it's just miles and miles of ash-covered land, of just white ash covering everything. And the volcano eruption has displaced thousands. They're still waiting for a word on the officials on what to do, and how bad this devastation truly is. But not only in Guatemala and Indonesia, the volcano is erupting. So those are two major places. There was one that erupted in 1974, which was pretty bad, but this one is worse than the one in 1974 and 1902. Back in 1902, there was an eruption in Guatemala that was very, very bad. But in 1974, there weren't any casualties. In this one, there's a lot of casualties. People are wearing face masks. They're having to wear gas masks, and officials are trying to wear as much protection as possible to protect them from the devastation and the poisonous gases and intake of any ash or smoke. Families are continuing to search for the victims of this disaster, this deadly eruption. Locals reported day turned to night, and it was hurtling flaming rocks at them that were extremely hot. Burning rocks were being thrown at them. The officials stated it was like 2-inch rocks, so they weren't huge, but enough to be like hailstones, burning hailstones being hurled at you. But it's killed dozens with its pyroclastic flows. If you remember, in Italy, they've also discovered that some countries in Europe, are more countries than suspected, are right on top of fault lines that have been recently discovered, which scientists stated they're going to have to go and look once again and do scans of the Earth and find new volcanically active areas and earthquake-prone areas, because more places are prone to earthquake activity than originally suspected. So, and I figured that, but moving on to these other articles here, the new outbursts were captured in satellite views. That is how massive and prominent these volcanic eruptions were. They could be captured from space. Why is Guatemala's volcanic eruption so much deadlier than Hawaii's? You can read that here. So Guatemala has several volcanoes, and Indonesia has several volcanoes. It's one of the most active places, and recently it's been starting to erupt again. So the one just a few years ago and back in February was nothing compared to this. There were no casualties. It only spit lava like 1,100 feet in the air. This one is spitting at like 8,000 feet or more. And Hawaii, new fissures opened up in Hawaii last night, and it's spewing major rocks, hurtling flaming rocks at people, destroying more homes, businesses. People are without electricity. They said in many places in Hawaii surrounding the volcanic eruptions, there is no electricity, there is no internet, there's no cell phone signal, no communication whatsoever, and basically no signals for communication, because they're in total devastation in the areas of Hawaii and Guatemala. This is some of the ash, the transformation by the volcanic ash. As you can see, areas are just covered in ash. It's a devastating scene over there, and just look at this. Just look at everything covered, completely covered in ash, and the death tolls continue rising. Not only that, but it's blocking out the sun in several places. It's pitch dark in many areas. So it's just makes you think for sure when you see this. When you see this, it definitely makes you think. Now, there's also a recent article that came out regarding California, that the big one, they're worried about the big earthquake that could take place. It could leave 250,000 to 400,000 quake refugees in California. So, where will they go when this happens? And the question is not if, but when. So, they're worried about the big one after California has been struck with a series of earthquakes as of yesterday as well. Yesterday, there were several earthquakes in California, leaving officials and residents wondering what's going to happen. So, further south in Mexico, there was an earthquake yesterday of nearly a 6.0. And then go to Guatemala, they had a 5.9 during these volcanic eruptions. So they've had a 5.9 earthquake in Guatemala, and they've had multiple just lists of devastation due to this volcanic eruption. And go back on to Hawaii. In Hawaii, new fissures have opened up. Volcanic ash and lava is just destroying the area and going way up into the air, turning that day into night and destroying lots and lots of land in Hawaii. And there have been more earthquakes. Hawaii got struck with a 5.6 or so, I believe, yesterday, so it just continues. A 5.5, okay? The Hawaii volcanic eruption was so fierce that it caused a 5.5 magnitude earthquake. So the official report wound up being 5.5 rather than 5.6. And ash spewed 8,000 feet into the air. This is in Hawaii, so multiple places around this world experiencing earthquake activity, volcanic activity, day turning to night, just ash everywhere, devastation, lots going on. There was a 4.5 earthquake as of an hour ago in the Bonin Islands, Japanese region. So, 4.5 earthquake officially struck in Japan. And news out of Ecuador. The Peru-Ecuador border region, a 3.7 earthquake has been reported this morning on the Peru-Ecuador border 1 hour ago from volcanodiscovery.com. So there's a lot happening, and I will share more very soon. I'm going to have to go ahead and stop this video very, very soon so that it doesn't end before I'm ready. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to get it uploaded. I'm going to delete the video from the device and then make a part 2 of updates on strange occurrences or disastrous occurrences taking place in the world around us. But just take a look. Just search Volcano Hawaii, Volcano Guatemala, earthquake, or you can search Indonesia and any of these places and find out what's taking place. But residents are stranded with no power and no water in areas cut off by the lava in Hawaii. They've got no electricity. They have no communication connection. They have no water, and they're stranded there. So residents are in dire need in these places. So the Kilauea volcano, the latest lava map is shown at express.com. Death toll is growing, as well as in Guatemala. So this is definitely some very serious news, and my thoughts and love, prayers, and just everything, energy, goes to the individuals who are going through this. So much love and peace. Stay as safe as possible, and I wish you all the best. So thank you, and thank you for all of your communication. Thank you for sharing with me, and if you'd like a prayer, let me know. I will do so. Peace and much love. Thank you for watching, and stay as safe as possible. Bye. Much love, everyone.